And now we're here with Sam, Mr. Bjōlan himself, for his little tete-a-tete with King Jōlahr and maybe Ahnen. We'll see. But instead of just starting in the morning for you, we're actually going to start at night.
Oh.
After you all
like the day of? After all the events?
Yeah, after you guys have been turned away at the Temple of Zerhos, saying that Ashtrokroc isn't taking visitors because he's sleeping now.
Lazy bum.
We're going to head back, and you head to your...
Armless lazy bum.
You get led to... Well, they tell you where your room is.
Yeah.
And you head to your room.
Yeah.
They light your room, and you tuck in. You get undressed. You already had your shower.
Okay.
Shower. You had
Took a bath.
You had your ablutions for the day, so you're no longer a reeking sailor boy.
That's right.
So you are nice and ready to go to bed. It's okay.
Fresh.
The night lay dark across your assigned room within the palace as you head to bed. So dark that the torchlight flickering under the door from the hall cast a pulsing orange aura as your only light. You drift to sleep easily, considering that you're coming off 5 days at sea, stacked upon 10-day battle, stacked upon a whole trip down to Ōjmat, and Rejlaz, and back up to Ōjmat. It's the first time in almost 3 Jōlahr, which is like 45 days, that you don't have anywhere to go in the morning.
Okay.
But you stir in the midmost of the night. The latch to your door is rattling. Roll a perception check.
Oof. Perception gives me 11.
11?
Yeah.
Look, but there's nothing blocking the torchlight under the door. The door opens slowly. Makes no sound. A long set of fingers reach around the edge of the door. The middle two, a grotesque amalgam you know, but wish you would never see.
Oh no!
You will yourself to leap up from bed, to throw back the covers, to shout out for aid, to look away, to close your eyes. But it's futile. Your gaze, your entranced attention is locked upon the opening door. You see that carmine sleeve, trimmed in dark leather now, the square hammered brass buttons, and then that flat, horrid face emerges. From the flaming hallway, a Zorag crouches through the portal to your little room. Its pearlescent skin catching the whipping tongues in strange translucence. It's smiling at you, twitching its head and tweaking its featureless face with odd twists of the neck. Space between the pointed halo, pinched and pulled by those alien conical protrusions, rising and falling in undecipherable patterns across the top of its head. Now its mouth is moving. Its black tongue flicking about its broad, grainy teeth, but you hear nothing. It rattles through a silent speech as it slowly floats across the room. You see the broad band of halos. The broad band of the halo, the runes, set across it. They pulse a deep red, as though the hammer of the smith that had stricken them had just done so. It's reaching out to you now. The dagger nail shadow creeping across the bed towards you. The foot of your bed rises to fuller height as its rickety arm drifts closer. You can almost hear it now. The raspy croak of something you might understand if you only listen. If only you hearken to it. Its dagger nails almost at your head. You feel the tingling anticipation collect in your skin. You almost welcome it now. You close your eyes. And it's morning.
What? Okay. What are you doing to me, Xander? Checking my head. How's my forehead?
I don't know. There's like birds tweeting. You hear hammers. You hear saws. You hear the distant clanking of iron on stone.
Okay. Yeah. Then
roll me a perception check. Do you have
perception or investigation?
You can roll whichever you prefer.
I think I'm better at perception.
Yeah, I think it's actually perception.
Okay, we're gonna put the blood dice down. Oh, come on. Okay, 13.
13. You pick up your breastplate and try to catch some of the sunlight.
I'm
trying to find something, and there's nothing across your forehead. Seems like a bad dream. You're meant to meet Jōlahr in the morning in his private quarters for breakfast.
I'm shook now. Rattled. Before I leave my room, man, there probably wouldn't be any other evidence because it just opened my door.
Your door's shut.
Right. So no broken locks.
Nope.
It wouldn't have touched the ground.
Right.
Okay. Bjōlan gets ready and goes to meet Jōlahr.
Come on, you're not.
And
it's Jōlahr.
Oh, sorry.
Jōlahr.
I'm distracted.
We had
King
fixed
Jōlahr.
it.
I know. I'm sorry.
We're still working on Wyatt fixing it, but we got that down.
Well, Bjōlan is like rubbing his forehead the whole way.
Yeah.
Like every time he's idle, he's like
deep breaths. Do you get all gussied up? Like, how do you? You're about to have private breakfast with the king. What do you want to do?
I don't know if Bjōlan has anything to get gussied up because he left everything with Tuktatum.
Yeah.
Right? And his standard and everything. He doesn't have a signet ring. What did you call the little cape piece?
Oh yeah, your little you don't have your sash or whatever it was.
I don't have any official. I would assume what Bjōlan considers dressed up is he's kitted. Armor's on.
Okay.
He might have taken a little time to go ahead and polish some things up,
Just try to polish away the bad dreams.
Right. And man, Bjōlan's 16, so he shaves. He doesn't always shave. But he's got the mid-teen
just like gross.
scraggles.
Just
like you look dirty.
Yeah.
You should shave that.
It's not working for you.
You don't look manly. Grow it out when you look like a man.
Yeah.
So he cleans up in that way.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand check. You're 16, man, shaven. You ain't used to this.
This is gonna be the blood die.
It probably is.
That's a nat 20.
Wow.
I look sharp.
Yeah, it is. Surprisingly, the shave calms you down a ton.
Yeah.
It's very methodical. It's somehow getting into a routine has somehow centered you in a way that's totally from waking up until after your shave, you're almost a totally different mindset.
Right. I mean, people think I'm the king.
Well, I want to go that far. You're still just wearing a bunch of armor, second-hand armor.
That's
to be
true.
fair.
That's true. I mean, at least it was my dad's, not no Goodwill armor here.
Right.
But
yeah,
stroll in. He's always got his glaive.
You're taking a glaive into the king's private quarters?
I think at this point, yes, Bjōlan would at least try. He would come prepared for any kind of action.
Okay.
Especially after seeing the Zorg at night. He is not quite sure what to make of it.
All right.
So, you give it a
knocking on the door. The king Jōlahr opens his door. He's there. He welcomes you in. Come on in, Bjōlan.
I mean, in the throne room, or like
No,
you said, it's private
it's
quarters.
like a ways off the back of the throne room. There's like
it's like a side office,
sort of like an
thing.
antechamber.
Yeah,
then, like, they let you through the antechamber. They know that you're coming.
Little meeting room, kind of.
Yeah, sort of like a private consultation room is behind the audience chamber, and then behind that would be where his where the king's quarters are.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you come into his room. It's an opulent room, obviously. It is the king's room, although less opulent than you think it probably was before everything happened.
Right.
Because like it seems to be new bedding, and like the drapes that hang around the bed seem to be they're actually gone. They actually don't have any drapes back yet.
It's just dusted, absolutely dusted.
Yeah. It did not, it didn't spare anything.
Right.
Obviously.
Wasn't inorganic, so it's gone.
So it's gone. So the rug is still there. It's like a very nice rug across the floor.
That softens it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard, the rug itself, because it is now very old. But
yeah,
it's not just stone at this point.
Well, that's good.
But he's in his as I described in one of the previous episodes, his like royal blue Umbalin cloak, not cloak but robe, that appears to be his sort of private attire, and.
What a fancy lad.
I take my breakfast out here on the private balcony so we can catch some wonderful morning breeze. It's a lovely day.
Well, I thank you for the invitation.
We apparently have much to discuss. Coming from both sides of it, to be frank. To be honest, Melvin's running off on me.
Well, you ought to be careful. He's a particular flavor.
That he is. Having spent so much time around him, even in his somewhat worldly disguises, he is a particular Mopari.
He's disguised?
Oh, did you not recognize him at the table?
I did not.
Last evening? Oh.
I mean, I gave a look-see,
yes,
but,
Oh, sure. Rejlaz, he's not just sprout out of nowhere. He's sprout out of nowhere, and that he's Melvin disguised, but...
You have got to be kidding me.
No.
I should have known. He was chewing on all those words.
Yeah, we are working on the accent. I think he's done a passable job. I mean, if he kept you fooled, then... he must be doing all right for himself. I just felt terrible about him being stuck up in the palace without being able to go about it.
Yes.
It noticed his own capabilities to help us in this time.
Yeah.
So Astrocroc and he worked together, and they both helped each other and sort of become better acquainted with each other's sort of arcane proclivities. And they came up with this disguise that fools more than most.
Well,
fools more than most.
I hate to be counted as part of the majority, but
well, you're a man of action.
I guess it worked.
It's there are other people amongst your group who would be more inclined to see through some arcane rules of that sort. You could be forgiven for being deceived in such a way.
Thanks for letting me know. At least I'll be aware, especially if something does end up shaking out to threaten him again. I'll at least know who he is. But
as far as I know, at this point, he only ever drops him when he's in his new private quarters. We did move him out of the other room.
That seems wise.
Yeah, he didn't give us an option, actually. He said that he was moving after you all left, and he found his own room.
Okay.
More on my side of the palace, but I'm not gonna complain. He's quiet.
Yeah. Quiet?
When he's to himself, yeah. I mean, he doesn't read aloud to himself like Nedrum does.
Well, I suppose that's good.
Which is strange from what he keeps telling us about the long tables. Apparently you're not allowed to talk to that. Maybe it's just sort of, he likes to, now that he's on his own, he's sort of kicking up his feet and relaxing, it seems.
Well, I mean,
relaxed enough to...
I guess it's not causing him any pain. But, well...
that's only sheer luck that it hasn't caused me any pain, really.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, but let's take a seat at the table.
Yeah.
I had some, some minor fare prepared. Nothing that would, gum up the works too much. Got to keep the ability to articulate when you're having a discussion over breakfast. And you look, and it's a nice, it's like a nice 4-leg wooden, smaller than this table. It's just a private table.
Sure.
And they've got some fine pastries on there.
Little breakfast nook size or something.
Yeah. Probably about half the size total of this table, length and width.
Yeah.
Enough for 2 people to sit comfortably, but not much more than that.
Right.
Maybe a third, depending on how you space the seats. Yeah. But there's some of that. Most of it is prepared stuff. Like there's not a lot of fresh food. Just those. You guessed that probably those supply lines just haven't come through yet to really get restocked on. It seems to be a back burner issue right now.
What are we talking like? Store fare, like cheeses and meats?
It's like cured meats.
Yeah.
There are some like pastries that use more like some preserves as the sweet filling.
Yeah.
So no fresh fruit or anything like that, but it's stuff that you can make from dry materials, basically.
Right. Okay. How many forks are in front of Bjōlan?
How many forks? No forks. He didn't set out any forks for you, mainly because there's like nothing that you use a fork on, really.
Yeah.
Except for maybe some of those rashers.
Finger foods.
Yeah. He's no
Bjōlan's
forks.
right at home.
Yeah. How comfortable are you just like digging in?
Bjōlan's gonna hesitate and kind of follow the lead.
Follow his lead.
So even though he dwarfs the king by quite a bit, he's rather diminished in his presence. But for a little color, I feel like that is shifting.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bjōlan is starting to think more of himself and is not deferring as much. He's finding some footing in the world.
He's starting to just feel more comfortable by himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he reaches out and he plucks. There's this one pastry in particular that's sort of like this. It's got like a spiral high walled pastry sort of thing that looks kind of flaky. It's got a little center alcove of like some jam, and he picks up one of those, and he does pick up the knife that's with it and sort of cuts it in half and starts to take smaller bites of it.
Sure. Bjōlan's gonna start gathering some various items.
As far as the reports of Natan, I'm sure those can wait. A victory is just as sweet if you have to wait to hear about it.
Okay.
I don't know. How much do you want to know about what's happened here in the past? Since, you've been gone for longer even than... Melbourne was only here for... Not Melbourne. Excuse me. Nope. Fistvanir was only here for a short while before he had to head back out to Natan, obviously.
Yes.
So as you can see from outside of the back, because you look out the balcony and you can see that you're looking out. You've been out this way previously, out of sort of off this side. There's a walkway out onto the big portico that's out behind the palace that has the dead but coming back alive gardens over here, and then the Queen's Glade over here, where he usually takes his walks. Straight out between those two, sort of dead out into the ocean, into the sea. I'm not going to come up with that name. Don't need to worry about it right now. Nope. I said don't worry about it right now. Whatever the bay's name, the Febleson name for that bay. That's where you can see that a large section of the wall has... there's debris that has been cast into almost up to the portico from like the lawn that's there.
Right.
And just a huge section of where the wall actually does drop down into a smaller, less substantial sort of construction.
Okay.
If you look on, so you can see how when you get to behind the palace, I'm just going to do it upside down because it doesn't matter really. So here's the palace over here. You can see that the wall sort of steps down after this big one here and this big one here to a lesser wall. It's the old wall is what it is, that they just didn't modernize. They didn't refortify because like it's just sheer cliff on the other side. So that amount of wall was deemed enough to fend off any seafaring enemies that might be there, because I mean it's so high up off of the sea floor, not the sea floor, but the surface of the sea there, that even if you put like a full-sized trebuchet on top of a boat, which is not practical or really safe, it would still be difficult to have any sort of oomph behind something coming over that wall or into that wall. And why would you do it anyways? So that smaller portion of the wall is what has been demolished and blown down, and there's no corpses at this point, but you can see the evidence of battle across the lawn. I mean, the lawn was already
not all cleaned up. It's just
no. Well, I mean, like the footpath, just the torn up ground from. You can just see evidence of battle across the whole breadth behind the palace itself.
Well, Highness, I gotta be honest. From the message that Fisvenir received from the sending network, I thought we were coming into quite an engagement coming from Nerton. And so when we arrived and you guys were all sat down at dinner, I was, I just was surprised, you know. I thought we were ready, weapons and arm kind of feel.
Yeah, I tried to convince Melbim to use some of his reserves to give you a fuller picture. I mean, but he was concerned enough to keep all of his power at hand. He did not want to expend any of it. He knew that you all were on your way. He had the 25 woods a day through the sending stone that he gratefully had left with you all, that he sent with you all. So, yes, I apologize that you came in expecting to be in a hurry, and it was more just worry than hurry.
Well, you know, I'll take the relief ultimately, because you know we definitely didn't want another encounter, but it looks like it's still at our doorstep.
Possibly, I couldn't say myself. I've studied more politics and kingmaking and backroom discussions than I have war history. But we can barely even figure out how they got all the Kistirol over here. I mean, they had to take them across the bay. It's the only thing that I can think of. But we didn't see, I mean, that many ships would... First of all, I don't even know if a Zorig can, if a Kistirol can man a sailing vessel such as you all took on the way back over here.
Sure.
I've heard they're intelligent, but I feel like it takes too much patience.
Yeah, they're big brutes, honestly.
And if they were just rowing the way across in some sort of like, rudimentary old vessel, that would make a racket, and that's certainly been seen, especially from the walls. It's still a mystery.
Well, I imagine. I mean, it's got to be something that the Zoreg are able to help with. You said there are multiple here, right?
Somewhere, maybe north of a dozen Zoreg.
Really?
Yes. They were coming for me.
Really? You know that for certain?
Oh, absolutely.
I was going to ask what you knew about it.
I was walking in the Queen's Glade. Normal routine, which I must admit, maybe what had provided them the opportunity. Apparently, I can't keep a regular schedule. Maybe I should start mixing up when I go see Ashcroft. It's put everything into an even stranger perspective than we already had. I was alone in the Queen's Glade. And luckily, I just so happened to turn and sort of look towards the wall, towards the sea, rather than the lake. And I picked them out amongst the clear sky. Those dangling limbs and. But Ashcroft had prepared. It's a small mercy that he's still with us. So I would have spent anything to bring him back if he wasn't, but we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
He had prepared. He had created for me a couple things. He has this small. He has this, and he holds out this little. Holds out a ring. He can put within this some of his power. I'm not sure exactly, but there's a particular maneuver that he can pull where it creates this sort of barrier that nothing can get through at all.
Really?
Yes. So I was able. Well, first I used the horn. Did you hear about the horn? I believe I said Ashcroft with the horn. It's some sort of Napoleon machination. There's a creature in Zhashka Gishka called the, oh boy, this one's a difficult one. It's like it's Karu Posh, something along those lines.
Okay.
It's a giant flying beast that can blast you with a screech that it's at a point where like you can't even hear it, but it just destroys your innards.
Oh. Yeah. That sounds awful.
No, it's terrible. Zhashka Gishka is a terrible place to be.
Oh.
Well, out in the flats, it gets hot all over Zhashka Gishka.
Yeah.
But Utranbor, I had. There's relief in Utranbor. But this horn, somehow, it sort of functions the same way, that it's a horn, so you can call for help, but you can also loose this powerful blast that just destroys things at a single blast. Wow. Apparently, Ashcroft's was not the perfect version, because I used it 3 times and to great effect. I mean, we were able to take down 3 Zorak. I didn't do it all myself, but I did one of them. I can certainly attest to having succumbed to the horn.
Wow.
But once I put up that shield, I couldn't use it again.
Oh. Okay.
So I had to time it very carefully. I held them off as long as I felt was reasonable, which apparently it was, to give everyone, whoever was coming, time to reach me, because way out on the Queen's Glade, there was no one for maybe all the way back to the palace.
Yeah.
So it was a focus that I hadn't experienced since the Jōlahr, which I suppose was not that long ago. But monuments in your life tend to stick out.
Yeah.
So I had to cast the horn aside, which is how Ashcroft got it. And fast as lightning's a little bit of hyperbole, but he had granted himself an immense amount of speed and was there almost before the third horn blast arrived. He was out, and its own horn, so I'm sure he'd recognize it. So he was prepared himself to defend me.
Wow. He definitely cares for you deeply.
Yeah.
I mean, you said he was your tutor ultimately, right?
You know, ourselves and the Jōlahr were sort of the closest thing to kin we've got in Umbalin. They don't live as long as the rest of them. We don't live as long as even the Jōlahr, but they've had it rough. I don't know how much you know about the lives of the history of the Jōlahr.
I don't know much. Astrocrock's the first one I ever met.
It is a history of triumph and betrayal and loss and recommittal. Most importantly, it's about honor.
Really?
It's about honor and action as well, which I think you would be able to appreciate.
I can appreciate that for sure.
So, Astrocrock himself is a bit an outlier amongst the Jōlahr.
I suppose
being as
so.
bookish as he is.
Man.
But as I was obviously mainly focused on the Zorag, they're coming at me. But apparently in the midst of that occurrence, they had exploded the wall. And I suppose there's a secondary diversion. The scale of the planning on this is just almost incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That they were able to split the forces and have them coordinate to such a degree that, as apparently, because in his report for the day, Faceoff did say that he had spotted a Zorag.
Yes.
And it was, that report came in at the end of the day what this had happened. So that the Zorag was nat 20. So the Zorag there made sure that the soldiers had arrived and unloaded before they struck here.
Wow.
Which means that they knew that they were on their way. Which means that something was here already.
Well,
oh,
Your Highness, if I may ask, are you saying like a spy? A traitor?
It's too early to tell. Could just as easily be that a Zorag had taken up a place just out of view to surveil. Maybe more than one. I don't know. They may have been buying the time since they were sure it was safe to be here.
Well, they're definitely more capable than I definitely would have given them credit for originally. Would have expected.
The only reason that Astrocrock was even that I'm still here is that we had our friends here with us. Astrocrock, obviously.
Yeah.
But also get a show. He'd come down from Rejlaz just sort of to check up on us. I can't imagine that. The timing is impeccable. Get a show and
Quite a bit of fortune then, I suppose.
and Fweefren. I suppose that they probably, I don't know that, because get a show. I don't know if he came through. I think he came around the shoal pass, so he's been on his way for a long time. Rejlaz is not anywhere close to Rejlaz, so.
Well, he must be very capable then. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, absolutely, get a show. There was not a member on the council that I would not trust with my life. I've spent many a time. I've spent not the bulk of my time, but a good bit of time amongst the Karatanil and the Tsarshek and Rejlaz before I went to Utrambo. I've started there. Sort of a natural sort of trait there. King of the Karatanil, king of the Fawn realm.
Yeah.
So they were more than welcoming. I appreciate him checking up on me. It was
Well, it's good.
wasn't the he was a good companion in Roy Rash. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I owe him an immense debt now, but the things that he can do. I thought that Ashtercock, though, has a split mind. He's got the sort of arcane power behind it, but he's got his mechanical nature as well. Gadishol is raw power.
Really?
Raw power. His breath. They've got a breath weapon, you know that?
No.
And they can emit, well, from what I saw from him, whatever he feels like. And just gouts of flame, just surges of poison, noxious gas, acid. Even the sort of sonic attack that emitted from the horn.
Really?
Yeah, you learn when you know more about the Sasha, but there are six types. We're getting out of hand here. I digress beyond my own measure. I do apologize. I'm rambling.
No.
Something awful.
Thank you for sharing with me. And Your Highness, if I could be so bold, may I ask, how are you doing?
Better.
Okay.
Which is probably not something you'd expect to hear after surviving another attempt on my well, I don't know what it was. I shouldn't be better. I should feel terrible. It's a strange thing.
Does it ever bother you?
When they were close, it didn't hurt. It wasn't pain. It was like a sort of magnetism. I don't know. It was an attraction. It sort of pulled. But it was like it was locked in, like it was pulling on my skull.
Bjōlan's not eating much.
Once I put up the shield, once I put up the barrier, they were smiling before, but then they were angry. I could feel that. Those cones, those points, those strange things that go around the head, they seemed angry. It was like a hive of hornets.
Really? Just from you putting up that barrier?
Couldn't get me. Delayed them. They were obviously put in danger because the next thing that I know, Ashtercock's fireball came and exploded one of them. Exploded around them, which I guess is part of the reason why he gave me that shield, because I was in the midst of it and I was looking at their scrunched up, pale faces, the cracked lips oozing. Then it was just I was blind for a moment, to be honest. It was so bright.
I'm sure. I can only imagine.
Hopefully it stays in your imagination. It's not something I want to experience ever again. But the precautions, I I'm at a loss. Because they can appear seemingly out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a loss. So maybe better was a bit of a stretch. Not physically any worse.
Mm.
The situation may have deteriorated. But apparently I have not.
What was it like when you were first captured? And I'm sorry if that's too much.
There isn't much to tell.
Yeah.
I was taken in the night and they put a bag on me. I don't even know if they know who I was.
Really?
Other than maybe was dressed a little bit finely for road travel.
Okay.
A little too finely, maybe. I think it was a mistake. I don't even know that they intended to take, to put it bluntly, someone of my importance. So it was just days of on the back of a drum. Maybe it was a heonk, I don't know. On the back of some steed, just the squelch and slop of the shoal pash, just in the darkness of this hood. Breereat, I think that's what they call. Sorry, I think that's what they're called, Breereat. Just swollen. In that case, the hood was a bit of a relief, but my arms were itchy, bites all over. Not even dry when you sleep. I mean, they left me bound and thrown upon the ground and just sort of soggy, wet, stinking.
When did you meet the Zoreg that left that?
It was late on. With the hood, it was hard to track. So dark already, I don't know if they had us push through days or not. So the timeline's rather fuzzy. And then I was in some sort of hut. I think we were in a cave, maybe? I don't know. It was still, but the show patch is still. There ain't nothing. It's so thick. Project it or not, I do not like the place.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Sounds like a tough place. Unwelcoming for sure.
So the Zoreg, I only knew it was a Zoreg when they must have discovered my friends approaching at some point, because it was a flurry of activity. They were preparing and I don't think that the Zoreg intended to even take me until it was almost too late. He saw that they had, Ashtracroc, formidable enough, but add on top of that, my 6 other companions who are not quite as skilled as Ashtracroc, but in that point, sheer numbers will do a doozy. So the hood, they ripped off the hood. It was night, dark, and sort of similar to the flame across my burial. And then suddenly I'm looking at a Zoreg, smiling at me. I hear the voice creeping in my ears, and the hand coming right at me. I'm bound. I can't move. And it starts. Maybe it only doesn't hurt by comparison to those moments.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I need to ask one more question. Did you ever dream of it before you met it?
Dream of the Zoreg? I mean, may have had a nightmare once or twice as a child, just, reading a history book too closely about the breach. What do you mean? I mean, they haunt all dreams sort of in general.
I don't know if it's just been everything that's been going on, but I had a dream last night that a Zorag came in my room and was going to leave its spike in me. But then I woke up. And it's almost like I could hear its voice, but just not enough to remember. And it just has left me on edge.
Let's roll. Just an intelligence check.
Bad at that.
Yeah.
That's a 14 though.
14?
I don't think I get any plus. I'm pretty sure that's the only one I don't get a plus in.
Yeah, I think that's your dump stat. Okay. I'm sorry you had a rough night. Honestly, I don't know that I've had a dream since.
Really? Since the Zorag?
The night just passes. I hadn't really considered it until now.
Can I roll insight on? No, I guess that's not really an insight roll.
Right, because the insight would be like, do you believe him?
Yeah.
But you're trying to see if, I could give you a hint.
Right. No, no, I didn't quite mean it that way, but
I did roll in that one, so he doesn't know. He's not putting any pieces together.
Yeah.
I'll grant you that much of a hint. He went from a nat 20 to a nat 1 on 2 rolls, so he is literally hit or miss at the moment.
I thought it was real. I had my hand on my hand axe even, but I felt like I couldn't move. You know how you have those dreams where it's like your body is stone and you can't move your arms or legs or cry out or anything.
I don't know that if I had such a dream.
I haven't had many, but that was the most
Have you ever seen
real.
How do you know? I mean, I'm sure you've read descriptions, but
I guess
in the backpacking.
No, I didn't see the one in Nerton, but I saw exactly what you described.
Oh, now that is me. At this point, I just hope you have a bit stronger imagination than you give yourself credit for.
I don't know. It was. Well, I thought for sure it was really happening.
Okay. Well, another thing to add to the pile. All right.
Sorry to put such a shadow on all of it, but I just was curious. You're the only one that I know that's really been that close to a Zorag as the dream I just had. So
apparently, aside from Ahnen.
Well, I mean, he's at least the only person I know that's probably triumphed over a Zorag. Sorry to speak over you.
I suppose you can count me amongst them now.
Yeah.
Though it's not through my own skill. I mean, putting lips to a horn is not much of a skill.
Well, if nothing else, you at least had the courage to go ahead and try it.
The courage or the desperation, I'm not sure which.
Yeah. Well, what do we need to do for, are there Tyrrells sitting outside the door, the gates of the city? Are there...
No, I mean, like I said, I think it was mostly a diversion to let them have an unimpeded period of time with me.
But do you think they're coming back?
That's what I can only assume.
Yeah.
If they came once and then some of them left, I'm assuming they're going to come again.
I mean, you're kind of unfinished business, I suppose.
I don't know that I can stay in Rejlaz.
Well, where will you go?
I mean, I've been traveling before.
That seems... I don't know.
Seems a bit dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I guess, but either way sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have advice to give. I know you're not asking
anywhere
that.
I go at this point. I don't imagine Freefriend is, with the amount of people who were here and had to engage in the fight, it's not like it can be a secret.
Yeah.
So word will spread. I'm not sure that I'll have anybody willing to take me in.
I mean, you may just need to stay with as many guards as you possibly can, Wielders of the arcane and not.
It's something we'll have to... That may be a better question for Ashton Croc to see if he has any ideas.
Yeah.
I've already been in imposition most of my life, being a traveling prince, just sort of going from place to place, eating the best food.
Yeah.
Taking up the best company. I'll say that I miss it compared to what recent history has provided me.
Yeah. You, my highness, have led a different life than I.
But you, Ōjmat.
Yeah.
Ōjmat.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, they're becoming, unfortunately, more and more distant in my mind, but I do need to settle affairs for Ōjmat. I set up my friend Tuktutum. Sorry, forgive me.
Right.
I'm so familiar with it.
Oh.
Alam Halet. He's a Yungel that's been in Ōjmat for, well, longer than yeah. And so he's, deeper rooted than even I was, except for, up my family tree.
A Yungel living in Ōjmat, I did not. That had slipped under the radar.
Yeah. He didn't care for it much. He didn't think it was right, but I didn't know who else I could trust.
Ōjmat are leaving him in charge.
Well, I was forced to leave him in charge at Ōjmat, but he didn't care for being in charge. And he might not have cared for Ōjmat, but I don't know what he cared for sometimes.
That's sometimes the way with Yungel. I've had, my interaction's been more with Ruyon Veneer than Yungel, but loves the same stock in the end.
Yeah. He was my little portal to the rest of the world, if you will. My little friend for sure, but he tells stories. He taught me Yungel, so
Really?
I can speak it at least well enough.
He doesn't know Yungel.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I don't think he would.
Yeah. Well, I left him in charge, but he made me promise that I'd be talking with you and get somebody properly set up as interim steward, because I don't even know how many proper cure bars there even are, and I don't even know if I can really count myself as one of them. But I mean, until Ahnen, Telbrick was one thing, but I thought it was all on my shoulders. I digress. I need to set up somebody as steward in Ōjmat, and I can't really imagine myself going back in the midst of all that's going on. I just feel like I've got.
Do you intend to go back?
It's hard. I don't know if I really can answer that right now. My head says one thing, my heart says another, and sometimes those flip between what my heart says and what my mind says. And right now, I think I want to go back, but that's not what my heart says. So I apologize. I haven't even thought about it enough. I feel like everything's been moving so quickly. It's just, I don't know.
It has been just a series of just one thing after another, after another, after another.
Absolutely.
I think my Pancho had a easier time his whole reign than I've had by a short time.
I can only imagine. I mean, things were so predictable before.
Since the incursion was before any of us were born or our parents were born.
Yeah.
Well, their parents, I think. Well, depends on how old your parents were. I think you said that they were a little older, so maybe not. I'm sure that we can find. I can certainly deploy resources to make sure that Ōjmat is well taken care of. Ōjmat's in the middle. I believe that we could, at the very least, have maybe the next in line from Rodesh? Yeah, Rodesh. Rodesh come up the canal.
Okay.
And take care of it.
Otherwise, I
at least have an official signet there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make the decision for you. Ōjmat's been in your family line since Ōjmat came to be. We're building the pillar across the Patpacking.
Yeah.
It's right, not easily. It isn't easily given up.
Yeah.
People tend to like things to stay the same. And add Ōjmat on top of the letters I've been getting from the lords, or whoever's sitting in for the lords now, because most of the lords were in Rejlaz.
Yeah.
The whole system's been torn up root and branch almost. Left to people who didn't expect to take the forefront and for decades.
Well, I mean, it's like the very kingdom has become the state of Rejlaz Rhekōlb, broken and rent and sundered.
I think the kingdom's, if I'm being honest, I think the kingdom's doing better than the people running it at the moment. A lot, too much.
Well, I at least think it's better than putting somebody else at least somebody nonpartisan to the town can try and objectively come in and lead as steward. I just feel called to something bigger than stewardship alone. I mean, you know,
If I may be so bold, you're probably not the first person to grow up in Ōjmat who's longed for something bigger.
Really? I mean,
Oh, you know your town.
it's Ōjmat.
It's a one lock town.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, but you're physically almost too big for Ōjmat.
I just feel like there's more. I just have to keep pulling that thread. But
as I said, I think there are many threads that need to be pulled at the moment. Don't like how things ended last night without Ahnen.
no, I know.
I think that I invited him to breakfast
Oh,
as well, but obviously has not arrived.
okay.
I don't know that he stayed in the palace.
Okay.
I sent runners out to see if we can find him, because I think that a private conversation might do.
Do you want me to?
No, with you there.
Well, okay. The three of us.
Yes. I mean, if we're down to 3 Jōlahr amongst all the Fanril in the world,
Yeah.
then one of them can't be here, obviously.
Right.
Tell Briark it is a little generous to still consider him a Jōlahr, but I will not deprive him of the title he has earned.
Right.
But I think that you two have some things to work through as well, and if I can help mediate that as much as he apparently does not, think highly of me.
That's one of our biggest differences is not just your rule, but the importance we can play on, I don't know, this bigger world. I feel like it's short-sighted to just, and I haven't even traveled anywhere near like you have, but I just imagine it's so much more interconnected and I don't know. I hope to get to see more of it, but we'll just have to see where my path leads. I'd like that.
We'll make some plans, but tell me about Ōjmat. I need to get a feel for the town.
Yeah.
If you mind, I've been doing most of the talking. I would like to have some breakfast before we go find Ahnen.
Yeah.
So over the rest of breakfast, you'll go ahead and sort of give him the DL on Ōjmat.
Yep.
Try to give him the character of Ōjmat so he can, I guess, try to figure out who would be good to take care of Ōjmat.
Stinks like old fish.
It ain't stinky fish.
Stinky fish.
No, it doesn't smell like stinky fish. It's not a dock. It's not a ocean town. It's like...
Well, no, not that ocean smell, but kind of that...
It would smell like mossy rocks more than anything else.
Okay, I will accept this. I was thinking
mossy
almost
rocks
like
and like grassland.
Yeah. Okay.
It wouldn't
Kind
be
of swampy smell was almost what I was thinking, but...
No, I mean, the Pat Packin is, I mean, by and large, dry, right? It's a highland. So even where there is standing water, it's typically not swampy.
Okay.
That's the shoal pash. That's the shoal pash. Obviously, it's the shoal pash. Shoal.
What kind of
pass? Shoal pash. Shoal pash.
For a canal, is it
the Peller?
Yeah, for the Peller, is it
straight
earthen? Or is it bricked? Is it
okay? Yeah. So we actually haven't really discussed that much.
Yeah.
The Peller is a combination of dredged canal and dredged riverways. So they used as much existing waterway as they could,
right?
While also
thus
linking
Nerton
some
a little bit.
Yeah. So that's why like there's a lake in here somewhere. I just haven't really placed it.
Sure.
That you use the lake to go from one to the other. And that would be, a little bit more of a circuitous. It would be straight across. But like Ōjmat itself is on a dredged section of the canal.
Okay.
It is not on a natural. It is not on a natural riverfront. If that natural riverfront picks up a little ways down the way on the Nairtown side.
Yeah.
And that's where you get to Rodesh, and it's a little bit of a bigger place because it's actually on the river. So it was a pre-existing town that's sort of the exit. That's sort of it became. They added some locks to that place, so you can get. I think it would be. Might be up or down. I can't quite remember. But I looked a lot into the ancient Yangtze River system. That the ancient Chinese made. They made this big canal network for the Yangtze River. Interesting. And that's sort of what it's based off of technologically. So yes, your particular portion would probably be, I don't know if they would, at this point, because we're a bit of, we're a ways down the
Smells like
line.
manure then.
No, we're a ways down history from like when the Pella was first created.
Right.
So Ōjmat would probably have tried to make their portion of the canal as nice as possible.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that you would have at this point, there's like a donkey path, a Hyunk path to the side to sort of pull you through.
Yeah.
Since it's not a natural water system portion.
At this point, I do think it's fair to say that Ōjmat certainly has an over-embellished image of itself. I think they know it's not a huge lockdown, but I feel like the people in Ōjmat are like,
we're a lockdown, baby.
Ōjmat is critical to the success of this kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to think so.
You know what Shada would say about it.
Oh shoot. Shady's voice is like, oh, she was just up here.
Yeah.
Ōjmat is vital to the economic viability of the Patpacking Peninsula.
Here.
Anyways,
when is our campaign gonna assassinate?
When is Shada revealed as the big bad of the campaign, who's been financing the Zoreg and Kistirol to come?
I'm not convinced she's not a Zoreg herself.
Oh, you think she's a Zoreg?
Well, so anyways, we shall see. I called it here, but
you could be awfully tricksy. But near the end of your breakfast with Jōlahr, the king, the runner returns and says that he's found Ahnen. And he's apparently he is actually out in the university campus at the lake. There's like some nice lakeside places there, so he's over by the lake. It's up there. Do I need to pull out the map?
No.
You guys remember, right? There's like a big old lake reservoir up in the Royal Plateau, and that's where he is.
Perfect.
The university quarter.
He's trying to get as close to the shoal patch as he possibly can.
Well, you can maybe ask him when you get there.
Yeah.
So
we're going to him.
Well.
Oh wait, sorry.
Thank you very much for that report. I think it might be wise to deign to go to him, I suppose. It's not very kingly of me, but I'm not above it, obviously. Certainly not above it.
I guess my only request is what kind of accompaniment will you have with you, at least for your own safety.
There's a whole coterie that we have out front that I sort of take as a dispatchment. I mean, you'll be with me, and I'll be with Ahnen, and I'm sure that's it's far more than nothing. But no, I'll grab my cloak. I've got my traveling cloak from the road between here and Royeresh that I'd used, and I don't know how much a simple disguise such as that will do, but
well, at least a little discretion.
A little, yeah. It's more than nothing. Might not be something, but it's more than nothing.
Well, I guess we better be off.
Could you bundle up some for Ahnen? I don't know, maybe he likes sweets. I'm sure that he does not get any sweets of this quality, or maybe any sweets at all, in the Shoal Pash.
I'm willing to, but I feel like knowing Ahnen so far.
He gives you a handkerchief.
Oh, okay, thank you. And but who knows? This will probably set him off too. That we even thought we'd bring our pastries to him.
Listen,
how dare we?
You can't please some people. I'm sure you know people like that. Meaning from Ōjmat.
Trust me, I know
sounds
some people.
Yeah, we just talked about Shada. I'm sure.
Oh, I could. I'm just glad you came up with somebody. I mean, I was afraid I was going to have to recommend Shada or her husband.
No, she seems she'd fit in amongst the worst of the line of kings that we've had in the past. She might cause another uprising of the lords.
Well, she's
from Ōjmat. That would be quite.
If nothing else.
If she did that from Ōjmat, that would be quite a success, I suppose.
Definitely.
Right. No. I'm trying. There's a phrase I was looking for that I couldn't find. All right. So you there's like 20 guards that are like outside that just kind of sit around all day. And if the king ever comes out, they're like, oh.
Yep.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Right. All right, fellas. Don't worry, we're not going far. We're just going down to at ease. We're going down to the reservoir. I will ask you all to hang back a little bit when we get closer, but you'll see who we're going to. It's the big one, the big fella.
I think Bjōlan's going to walk with Jōlahr as any shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, shoulder to shoulder. All right.
Yeah, like there's no deference there. Deference. Partially for the guys, but also. I don't think Bjōlan really has any friends his age, and as close as he and King Jōlahr are, they're at least close in age.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty. But he's like 18, 19, you're 16, so they're
So I don't know.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah,
ain't that crazy?
I think he's seen him at least in a friendlier sense.
Well, I mean there are like 10 guys in front of you, 10 guys behind you,
right.
So you're in the middle of the pack. Which now that I'm thinking about it, having a dispatchment of 20 soldiers may or may not draw attention, whether or not I'm wearing a disguise of any sort.
I didn't think about it much, but now that we're here in the midst of them,
Master Croc won't let me go without him, so
I think that's still wise.
Maybe it's Melvin. I don't know. No one knows the Melvin. Shh, I didn't say that.
Who is Melvin?
Who is Melvin? He didn't say Melvin.
Right. Wink.
No wink. He didn't say Melvin. That was DM error.
No. Retcon that one.
I kind of want you guys to go down to the reservoir, and it's just like Ahnen chucking enormous stones, like sort of like skipping, like full flagstones.
Right. He's got complete plates of slate that pavers that he's throwing in there.
No, but he's there. He's actually just tossing just the tiniest little pebbles into the reservoir, with one hand in the other. He's got his little book. And he obviously he doesn't make any sort of response as he hears the 30 people or whatever starting to walk up to him. And you both approach, or do you say anything as you approach?
Ahnen, I hope you slept well. Morning to you. I brought you a little something from the palace.
Yes, these are from my table, Ahnen. I was hoping that you would be able to enjoy them. He holds out his hand and he takes it and he sort of like unwraps. He puts his book back. He unwraps it.
What's he gonna do?
What's that for? Whose role was that?
He's gonna throw it in like.
Oh wait, no, you should roll for you giving it to him. That was his. So you don't know
like a
what that is.
charisma.
Yeah,
like,
just
what
like
am I-
just like a charisma roll. Just a straight
absolute straight
It's
up.
not really persuasion. It's like I don't think you can get that. You're just trying to be nice to him. Just trying to see how charismatic are you?
Not based on Ōjmat. That's a 12.
A 12? Well, 12 is better than a 2, but what was his 2 for? His 2 was for intimidation. So I mean, it's still an 11. I think. I think it's still an 11.
That's broken. That's broken.
Oh, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's like an 11 though.
Man, you got some high level people that were.
Is it plus? No, I think it's
rubbing
either
elbows
plus 7 or
with.
plus 9.
That's crazy.
Intimidation,
I guess we'll
plus
get there
7.
eventually.
Oh, with advantage though. A 4. So you still beat it because that's an 11.
Yes.
Well,
They're tasty.
Jada. Check.
He just eats the whole thing in one.
Mm-hmm. Well, so it's a rare thing, though. I don't know the last time I was handed gifts, so thank you for that. I'm just tasty. Now, what you want?
Well, Ahnen, Bjōlan and I. Well, why does he turn?
Melvin's-
Why does Jōlahr turn British when he's around Ahnen? That's my question. Why is me changing from Ahnen to him, turn him into a British boy? Well, Ahnen, Bjōlan and I were discussing this morning, and we find it regretful the way that yesterday evening went.
Regretful. Fools have all sorts of regrets.
I won't, I don't need King Jōlahr to speak for me. Ahnen.
Jōlahr is just trying his best. He's like, he hasn't stepped around in front yet, so he can sort of make faces.
Yeah. I didn't mean to upset you yesterday. I definitely was letting my curiosity lead me, whether I put much thought into it or not. I just hope you can understand that I'm just trying to find answers. And I respect your position. I respect your experience. And all I really ask is that as such an experienced corbage as yourself,
That's
that
just
you-
it, ain't it? Want. Desire. The idea of them will drive you mad. You don't think I want the power they offer? Make life easier.
well, honestly,
I haven't seen water clear as this in 10 years. I've been able to sit next to a body of water without worrying about even being stabbed in the back or leapt at from the water. I understand that the runes are powerful, mighty powerful. I understand it more than you. Obviously. Especially now. You must know. You must feel it yourself. Like it's poison. Take them in little bits. Get yourself used to them. Like what we Jōlahr are. Inoculating. Making sure they don't hurt so bad. But you jump all the way in. Put them straight in your blood. Straight in your mind. It'll do mighty worse than kill you. Duty Jōlahr is to stifle your own desires, Bjōlan. For the sake of the rest of us. I ain't much for talking, but it's just you and me and old tail Brick. Can't give up on you. Can't let you run off and do, as I might say, some kind of stupid.
Well, Ahnen, do you mind at least helping fill in some of those gaps? I just don't know. Pajo only ever told stories. I didn't ever really see him being a Jōlahr. Brick is old, like you said. And until I met you, I kind of thought I was going to have to find my own way.
He looks up at you for like the first time.
Still might. I ain't decided yet.
Now tell Brick. I'm sorry. I'm making myself mess up.
You're putting the fancy in there. It's causing British.
Now on it. Desperate times make strange bedfellows, obviously. And, I am more than willing to offer any sort of assistance that the Crown can to help build back up the Jōlahr to an even greater place than they were before. I think it's important, as you said, especially now. Zoreg are on the move. That's a development that many Volcans went up to hope. Many Volcans went up to try to stop. But to no avail, obviously.
Obviously. Said there's more than a dozen Zoreg came to you.
Yes, it's part of the battle that occurred.
I knew you'd be important, and I hate it. probably won't rest. I don't know. You must put some kind of whooping on them for them not to just stick around the whole time. Even just taking down on 3, I'd imagine they'd still want to get you out of here.
Well, I don't know if... Wow. It's
like right there.
What kind of trigger is that? Well, that's where Astrotalk came in. They could not actually touch me.
Well,
he is artifice of some considerable talent.
what?
Did Ahnen not know what an artificer was?
Yeah, that's the implication.
What's this bumpkin doing here?
So, Your Highness, what is your plan that you can't keep yourself safe?
That's one of the things that we are currently deliberating.
Oh, deliberating. You can deliberate all you want. When Jōlahr come knocking, conversation's still going, that probably won't end too well.
Yes, I concur with that. Wow, just unstoppable. Yes, straight into that. There we go. That's why I'm trying to have our conversations now while it's still fresh.
You got any friends, King?
Yes, I have friends. Yes, I have friends. We're going to just talk with them. I think I understand what you're going at. And I probably should not stay in the capital or anywhere where I could be expected to be found.
Well, you got more sense than none, then, don't you? And what you want me to do about it?
That is a good question. You piece of living garbage, man. What are you? I cannot stop it. Hell yeah. Straight into it. All right, come on. Well, that is a good question.
Well,
Just come real quick.
yes.
I'm thinking,
Uh-huh.
what are the chances that Astrocrocs... What are the chances that Ahnen stabs me in the face if I ask him to accompany me wherever I may be going?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think he might respect you a little bit for having fought off some of the Zoreg.
Okay, lead with the accomplishments. All right.
Yeah.
That makes some sense.
It seemed to warm him up a little bit.
Now he's going to roll to see. Okay, he only rolled a 5, so.
He liked the tasty treats.
He did.
What y'all whispering about?
Well, Ahnen, with you being so familiar as you are with the Zoreg, and with your displeasure at their ongoing Halo presence, I would like to propose that that you accompany me wherever I might be off to.
Oh yeah. Come on, protect the king. Ahnen protect the king. And you give me whatever I want, whatever I need for your bars. If you come with me, the purse is fully open. I have to think about it.
Ahnen, while we're here,
He throws a big rock this time.
I got a couple questions for you. Do you know anybody that's held a Zoreg crown before?
What, like you did last night?
Yeah. How did that turn out?
Apparently, old Pajo ain't tell you all the stories then. That's smart.
Did they start having nightmares?
What you mean nightmares?
Of the Zoreg?
Ain't nothing special ever. Nightmare about a Zoreg, but
Boy, he is hot, stinky garbage tonight.
Help me out.
That was an insight roll for him on you.
Okay.
But it was only a 4, so like he has no idea.
it was scary.
You would say that.
They are what they are. And even the best of us have fears in the dark.
Well, after yesterday, I had a dream that one came into my room last night and was going to...
Hold on, let me do this. So he's like, so I can actually...
do the stabby thing. But then I woke up. But two things are bothering me. I think I'm turning British now.
He's just too southern. He just sucks it dry. Sucks the well dry.
The things that are bothering me is that I don't think I've ever had a dream that seemed that real. And probably the bigger part that bothers me is I've never seen a Zoreg before. But I saw a Zoreg last night. And I'm not talking like, oh, I have a picture in my mind about what they look like from the stories. I saw a Zoreg face to face.
How much you know about the war?
You know, Mapajo told stories, but I honestly don't know what's legend and history and all made up. I don't know. I don't know if they were just bedtime stories or if there was something to it that was factual. I couldn't tell you if I could honestly know the difference. I know that the Kistyril and the Zoreg came across during the breach, or at least appeared at the same time, and that we came with them. along the same time.
Hmm.
And whatever was before that, we can't really remember.
Mesrek.
Yeah. Before that.
Mesrek being the Fonrel Kistone word for the severing.
The severing. And this is where I'm struggling. I've had this dream. Before that, I thought I was going to be the best Kjolbaj that's ever Kjolbajed. And even before that, I felt like I was always a little bit different than my parents. I love them, but I'm different than them. And I don't know how to sort it all out, honestly.
You're walking a fine line here, fellow. Mesrek took all of it, but we gave it some too.
We gave up some of what we remember.
Well, Kjolbaj did at least. Gave it up so you wouldn't happen. There's 3 of us. As stories go. Kjolbaj.
Mm-hmm.
Zooming on my notes a little bit more. Zermej. These ones over in the Nornell.
I don't know as much about them.
And the Zoyrek.
I don't know about them either.
That's the point. They didn't understand about giving up what you want so the rest of us could be happy. That's what they can never get straight. Too proud in the stories they was.
Well, who were they?
More simple terms, it was the Halo hexes.
I don't understand.
They used the pointed halo of the Zorak as a pathway to power and advantage in the War of the Breach, way to make themselves bigger than the Kjolbaj ever could, but you know they're at the same size. That kind of power. Take out whole swaths of Kjolbaj, Kistir at a time. They thought that halo, figuring out the secrets of the Zoreg made them better than the Zoreg. Maybe that was right from the way tales go. And Zoryek shows up and the Zoreg goes away. They took the halos, wore them around their necks like some sort of everyday knick-knack.
But they were on the side of the Kistone, right?
They fought the Kistirol,
Okay.
but to say they were on our side, on the side of whatever you call the grouping together of us Kistone and Umbalinic peoples. Suppose in the good side. But they couldn't be trusted.
What happened to him?
Mizarek. Kjolbaj and Zermej. Banded together and did what they could, what they had to. I don't know if it's coincidence or something else, but we's all on the Halo. At least what we call ourselves, we's on the Halo. Saw it last night. Never had looked that closely at a Halo before. Too dark anyways to see anything, and show past most of the time. It's a path that no one can help you with. No one should help you with. In fact, they should stop you where you are.
But what about it was so dangerous? I understand you say that it's important to know when to stop, to know when to say no. But what about them was wrong? I know it sounds more like a difference of philosophy, if you will.
Like I said, all I know is from what the Kjolbaj told Kjolbaj after Kjolbaj down through the hundreds of railroads since we came over. Only Kjolbaj know about the Zoriak. Only the Zermej. Even the silly books.
Bjōlan pipes in. Not Bjōlan, Jōlahr. You said, Zermej? You said they have books?
Yeah, they got fancy books. They say them books are straight from their house. They're all different type of uppity.
You said, okay. Would that by any chance be, the Venerable Codex? And he just like,
What you know about the Venerable Codex?
well, one of my companions on the road was what he called himself. He took the oath of the Exemplar Valorous.
Well, they made it even more obnoxious. Oh, it's great. That is, that is right up the alley.
He said that they worshipped and venerated Zerhos and perfect judgment.
Mm-hmm. Perfect judgment. There was Nornell amongst your group.
No, he was a shoe dresser.
Oh, boy. Shoe dress. Zermej. I thought that a dozen Zoreg was something.
What is actually real quick? The Neuronil.
Nornell. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're from the far shores, though, right?
No. No, that's the Carotinil.
Carotinil. Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot there was a third group.
Yeah. They also have like it's Fonril.
Oh, it does say
Nornil.
there.
Carotinil.
Oh, that's why it's the Kistel Rio.
Well, that's because they're all Kistirol. Yeah. So it's like Nornil means Western folk.
Okay.
Fonril means Eastern folk.
Okay.
And Nornil means
so they're both
distant folk.
Kistone from the breach, but we settled.
You settled over here.
They settled up there.
Well, granted, I mean, you didn't just settle. You were settled. Like you.
Okay.
You were given this land by the Febliston. This was technically Febliston territory, but if you can tell, there aren't many rivers here, so it's like they did not care about it at all, except for like Rashkabash Mechanic, right? Rashkabash Mechanic and whatever the name of this place is, and there's probably the lake here has a Febliston name as well. And then this was the territory of War of the Breach, but so this was the territory of the Sharon. It was the it's right here. The Eurus tasting your fair red, the summer grasslands. So this was one of the how deep you want to get into it? That's where the Nornil are from. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Perfect. I think that's probably enough.
Okay, but they're the same people. We just have separated over time.
Well, you settled in different lands, and that was like 500 years ago.
Right. We've become very
distinct cultures at this point.
Right. If nothing else,
and also
clearly ethnically delineated.
Right, and especially now that for like the past 200 years, there's been a bunch of Melbims over here, because that's where the incursion of the Far Shores happened over here, basically, for the most part. The incursion didn't really happen over here,
right?
Because apparently the Far Shores are that way,
somewhere
over the Western Expanse. So they were already separated, and then they were inundated. So there's quite a few, there'd be a lot of pub rum over here as well. So that'd be an intermixing between. A pub rum is a subsection of the Carotinil.
Okay.
So yes, this is sort of like as pure as Kistone further culture would be where you are.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
And that probably is a lot of what Ahnen's getting at.
Yes.
Especially with this dynamic. What was the name of the Halo Hexers or whatever he called them?
Oh, the actual name?
Yeah.
He said Zoyriek. It's Z-O-Y with a squiggle.
Uh-huh.
Is that called tilde?
I think so.
R-E-K.
Zoyrek.
Zoyrek.
Zoyrek. Because it's a...
No, sorry. Zoyrek. Oh, boy, it's tough. Zoyrek. Zoyrek. U. It's an E-U together. So Zoyrek. Zoyrek. There we go. Zoyrek.
Yes, that's the Zermej. Gleaming armor and war hammers and praying all day. Got them volcans going on. They're fine though. If not a little uppity.
So did the Kurbaj and the Zermej, they destroyed all of the Zoyrek?
Had to.
What? Why is that? Did they become dangerous?
From what we have passed down, and get this, from what we have passed down, it was never enough.
Let me do this. I think he gets... This is Cure Badge, so he's going to get advantage on this.
When do I get advantage on Cure Badge?
Wow.
Maybe some stinkers? You need to put that in dice jail or something.
Jiminy Christmas. But he's got proficiency. So what? That's like 15? Dude, even with advantage. You can roll Cure Badge.
Okay.
But like it is high. You don't get advantage, but you don't get disadvantage.
23.
23.
Come on, Xander.
Okay. So he says that then that would trigger in your mind the very offhandedly mentioned stories from your father, from your Panjo, about the end of the War of the Breach.
Okay.
That some of the Kistone had half a mind to keep fighting.
Oh.
And make Umbalin their own.
They figured if the folks here were going to lose without us being here, then we might as well just finish the job. Take the whole place for ourselves. No one else knows about this, really. We kept it as quiet as we could all them years ago. All them real long ago.
But all of that was because of the Zoyrek?
Well, it was ringleaders. And it took every bit of effort that we could muster to put them in the past.
That's awful. Well, Ahnen, I'm still wondering. Does that make the people dangerous? Or the halos dangerous? Because what if you had a Kjorbosh and the discipline of a Kjorbosh wield the power of the Zoyrek?
Okay, what are you rolling against his 19 insight?
I'm gonna roll my super big heart, which gives me a plus 21. And
Plus 21. 21. Now he rolls well. Because you're sort of skirting around this. I'm pretty sure it's deception.
I know, that's what I'm trying to decide. Am I trying to deceive him? I don't think I'm trying to deceive him.
You're trying to obtusify him. Trying to be obtuse about it. I think he just kind of...
I think I'm trying to persuade him. Truly.
Okay, well then he.
I'm
okay,
trying to
okay, okay.
persuade
We'll get
him
to
of
We'll
the
get there in a
opening.
second then.
Okay.
Because with the 19 insight, he's like, he locks in on you,
Got it.
and he's like,
Boy, you are some kind of trouble, ain't you?
I don't mean to be. Honestly. Like I told
Ain't you
you.
listen to me at all?
Yes, I've been listening.
Oh, you listen, but you ain't hearing, is that it?
No, I'm hearing you as well. I just am struggling with all of it, honestly. I don't understand why a little bit's okay and more's terrible to the point of extermination.
You know what happens if you fail the night?
No. I know nothing about the night.
you know that that you lose yourself. I think is like as close as you have gotten.
Well, okay. I know that it's very difficult and that without being able to complete that trial, you basically can't really call yourself a Kjolbaj. You've not actually completed it.
You fail the night, you don't last till the morning.
Well, what does that mean?
That means either you make it through, or whoever's there helping you out, or whoever Kjolbaj is mentoring you through it,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you don't make it till morning.
But what
You
is
get me?
that? Is it truly just this power that,
There is no, if
hold my pauldron with the rune on it?
you came across a Kjolbaj who failed the night, and he wasn't taken care of before morning, there ain't another Kjolbaj roll along. It looked like Kjolbaj versus Kistiro. Ain't no difference. You basically become Jack Wells. Some of I've heard stories that some will even go wedge on, lose their eyes entirely.
Ahnen, I feel like this just leads to more questions. Why then? What is the relationship there?
As far as we know, it's the runes.
But it seems like we are like a knotted rope with the Kistiro. We came over at the same time. We use the same power they use. I'm just trying to understand.
500 reroll we've been trying to understand. Trying to pierce the veil between Umbalin and the further as far as understanding goes. You think you get close and something else gets thrown up in front of you.
But Ahnen, there's got to be something to it. Look at you and me. My Pajo was one thing, but he's not what we are. Why are we different?
That's for sure.
We tower over these people. And you can't just say, oh, we're Kjolbaj. There's got to be something. Something's in here. Right?
If I knew how to make us, there'd be a lot more. And not knowing who's left. maybe other Jōlahrs know more than me. I ain't claimed to be an expert in everything.
I'm sorry. I know I'm putting a lot on you.
It ain't you. It's whatever happened to the city.
Yeah.
You said.
Ahnen?
Hold on. He rolled a 23 on something.
Okay. I might have something to apply it to.
Okay.
I was thinking about what happened from what you told me on the boat.
Yeah.
Jōlahr, you listen up to. Whoever used the ruins around the city, they didn't know them.
Okay.
They didn't know the runes like we know the runes.
Right.
That's why it didn't work.
Okay. That sounds like it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have worked.
Are we dealing with another breach situation?
I want the breach. You'd know if it was a breach, because it'd be Ōjmat.
I don't have the notes on what it translated to, but I know there was a message written around the runes.
Yes, it was. Wow. It's because Melvin told him. I'm going to blame that one on Melvin told him.
It's Melvin's fault.
This is Melvin's fault. Yes, that was, it was something about arriving by magical force. I've got him right.
Oh, where did I write it? I'm arriving by magic to distant lands. I'm arriving by magic to distant lands.
Yeah, Jōlahr saying it was Melvin reported. This time he did say Melvin. Melvin reported to us, because he can talk that one out if he needs to, because that would have been before he was killed. Reported that was arriving by magical means to distant lands, and something of the same sort, essentially. So I agree with you, Ahnen, that from what we can tell, it wasn't, in fact, from what we can tell and what we've thought about, it was probably more of a attempt to frame Keystone, if anything, Fonril, maybe even the Jōlahrs themselves. I mean, the few people who know about the Jōlahrs or know of the runes, know that the few people who know about the Jōlahrs know that they are preoccupied, I'd you say, with some, I apologize, it was a little indecorous. They are experts in runes, and it would not take much to identify that as this.
But the Jōlahrs wouldn't have done this?
That's I agree. I don't know that. I prefer you say that in open conversation than Jōlahr. Because if we have any sort of hope of reestablishing the Jōlahr, then they can't have this hanging over them. It's no good.
On that we do agree.
These seem like dangerous times. More so than I ever would have expected after leaving Ōjmat. Ahnen. Would you be willing to guide an up-and-coming Zorek with your Corbage backing, learning the lessons from both? These seem like times that we need the ability to stop what is coming in a way that it sounds like you ultimately said only the Zorek could.
All right, roll me persuasion then. All right, this is gonna be high.
Have advantage.
Nope. You're lucky you don't have disadvantage.
Oh! Come on, no whammies. What's my plus in persuasion? One.
Does
It's
not
a
sound
13.
13.
It's something, but it's not.
He doesn't laugh. He looks you dead in the eye and says,
If I see you near those halos again, it will not end well for you. You like to put yourself in situations where you have to choose, don't you? Maybe that's just your role in life.
I'm just trying to find the answers. Can you really fault me for doing so? I understand.
Part of wisdom is knowing which questions need answering. And I think you all far from where we need you to be. Jōlahr put themselves behind the people. We are nothing if they are nothing.
I'm trying to do the same thing. I know I can't convince you, but I really want to just be able to protect these people.
To that I will agree.
Believe me, I hope that if my path takes me somewhere different, that someday you and I, whenever we do meet, can still respect one another, even though our choices might have differed.
You have imposed enough upon my morning. Jōlahr, thank you for the pastries, and I will consider your offer. I will consider Jōlahr's offer.
Well, I'm glad you will. I think it'll help a lot.
I have not made a decision.
I know. Just for what it's worth.
well, Ahnen,
to appreciate your careful consideration. If you do end up agreeing, you know where to find me. I'll be at the palace. And I do hope to see you soon. Morning. And have a good morning.
Ahnen, till we meet again.
Maybe. All right.
On the way back.
Okay, on the way back.
Yep. How privately would I do this? I did not on the way back. Probably once we get back.
Okay, once you get back.
But before we part.
So yeah, you guys sort of like go into the audience the audience chamber, the main room there, and Jōlahr's shoulders kind of drop. Well, you didn't stab me in the face. That is good.
Luckily, he didn't stab me in the face either.
Well, he may still stab you in the face.
He might still stab me in the face.
From how that went, I would advise caution. Becoming a Kyobaj itself seems dangerous enough. Pursuing a apparently forbidden method of runic digestion, I suppose, seems ill-advised.
Well, sire, this only complicates what I'm going to ask you next. May I have one of those crowns?
I was afraid you might ask that.
I don't know what it'll lead to yet. I can only promise caution.
That decision, I do not feel comfortable handling without speaking with both Melbourne and Astracock.
I can understand.
Maybe Gedishol too, I don't know. Wish Oithal was here. That'd be really useful.
We can talk about this more later.
Yes,
I just want you to consider it.
We need to go ahead and... it's late enough in the day now. Astracock should be finished with breakfast and awake and available. We should find the others and head on over to the infirmary and Temple of Zerhos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be comfortable discussing this in front of the others. I think that they would, if they're going to be involved with this, they would have to know the risk as well.
Yes.
It is, of course, apparently quite a taboo, considering that so few know that these, what was the term? Jōlahr.
Yes.
That's it. Jōlahr even existed at all. Pose such a threat to the tenuous balance that even occurred exiting the War of the Breach.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna get something off my plate today. I'll see you in a bit.
All
Please
right.
find the others.
Rest while you can.
Not likely.
And he heads out.
Yeah, and he heads into his room. Okay.
And shaves his head. No.
Shave his head. He's got wounds under his hair.
He
Okay.
blinks and they're in his eyes.
I think we'll probably finish with yours then. Mainly because it's going to be like at least a third of the episode, if not most of it. You've gotten a full 2 hours.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry. I'm the one who did this. So this might end up being instead of, I think, I don't think we can do a DMD brief. I think we may just release individual episodes.
You know exactly what I'm thinking. There's no need for it.
Yeah, I think it's sort of all left on the table there.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't think I was going to ask him, but it played out. I mean,
all right. Well. Yeah. Well. Okay. Then I probably should have done an introduction to this episode. If we're gonna read some old, I still haven't decided. So, if you're here and it cuts to me saying a different exit, or if this began with an actual introduction, we'll see. Because there's limits on how big videos can be and stuff. So,
yeah.
I guess a 6-hour episode is not amenable to most platforms. So upandoutshow.substack.com.
Yep.
Got that right. Wow. Cool. We're on Spotify and iTunes and YouTube and Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah, we're on
Okay.
Rumble now. We're on Rumble now. I was like, you might as well just get it out there. Maybe the algorithm won't kill us on Rumble.
Is that another video platform?
Oh, you don't know Rumble at all?
I don't know
Yeah,
Rumble.
no, it's like...
Did you mention this? You might have mentioned this.
No, I didn't mention it. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
This was me free soloing, just making
nice.
decision on everyone else's behalf.
And that's why you're the production guy.
Yeah, Rumble. Wait, what? Spotify, YouTube, algorithms. What algorithms? We're not an algorithm.
Platforms? What?
Platforms. We're still gonna have an episode on April 1st, which will pick up leading to the infirmary.
And it won't be a joke.
And
but we might make a fool of ourselves.
We'll see how Astra Croc is with being less one arm.
He's totally gonna make a sick.
No.
Which arm was it?
It was his riding arm.
Yeah.
He
Crazy.
blew his own hand off. What's even happening? I don't know. I got locked in for the second half there, man. Sheesh. Yeah. All that and a bag of chips and right. We just said no DMD briefs, just solo episodes instead of DMD briefs. Do I call them all? Do I call them all 0.5s? How do I do this? Because it'd be like what?
2, 4, 6,
2, 4, 6, 8? No, that doesn't make any
0.25, 0.5. No, you can't do that
0.75.
2, 4, 6, 8 makes more sense than anything, probably.
0.5, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4.
Oh, okay.
Is that better?
Sure.
I don't know. This is very vital to keep in, by the way. In the full episodes, apparently now I also have to do a abridged 0.5 that releases before the full episode on April 1st. There's so much scheduling and editing that I've got to do.
Wow.
So yeah, Substack if you want to pay us to do this. Oh, the website. That's it. The website. I knew I was forgetting one.
Yes.
Yeah. Website. If boy, I've got a lot that I could add from today's episode, huh? Sheesh. Yeah, glossary on the right now. It's I think a landing page and a glossary.
Yeah, just
that we have constructed as of right now.
Yeah.
By the time this episode comes out, we might have more. But Umbalin.com.
Yes.
Pretty easy if you're familiar with the show at all. Umbalin.com.
It's in the name.
Yeah. www.umbalin.com is the website. You can go there and check stuff out.
We're gonna keep adding to it.
Can we do a comment section? Would we be able to set that up?
By release, no.
Okay. Eventually, you'll be able to. By the time the world ends,
the heat death of the universe.
by the time the sun collapses into a black hole and consumes the Earth whole, I think it would already have gone red giant, so it would already consumed the Earth.
That's
I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
Or it would have consumed at least the surface of the Earth.
Yep.
We would be basically Mercury.
Right.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
But not
Pluto.
Pluto.
Anyway, that's really far afield of saying goodbye.
We've lost ourselves. But goodbye.
Goodbye.